Hi everyone. So I'm gonna grab this clip off of the mirror behind the camera and pull my hair back because we're gonna do a quick get ready with me. And I've been having a lot of fun with my collection lately. I think just kind of grabbing for really whatever floats my boat. And so that's been super fun. And then I am just looking forward to enjoying what I have in front of me. I mean, I usually like curate everything onto my little, goodness, it is a mess right now. So judge however you want. Of course, I just dropped something. And this little like makeup tray that I try to pull like focus items out on, and it's getting a little chaotic. I need to like rejig everything because I think I've just kind of let it go over the last few months. I have like things that are still empty on here, like these little like mini ones. I don't know why these are hanging around here. I just tossed them here in this drawer. So, cleaning while I'm at it. And just like some powders that I've consolidated elsewhere. So I don't know why I have like the source powder pan out, or just at least I should organize it a little better. So anyways, let's go ahead and get ready with me. It's actually evening already. I'm actually gonna go get ready for my first worship practice. I used to lead worship a number of years ago, moved, didn't really touch anything, and then someone heard me singing and decided that I should talk with the worship leader. So that's how that whole thing happened. So I'm a little nervous to see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to it. Musical worship is a huge way that I connect spiritually with the Lord, and just to get back into it. I'm listening to a lot of worship music lately. It's just like reconnecting back to my roots, like the oldies, the 90s, 2000s worship music. I think that's where my heart is at right now. But we'll be singing. I'm just kind of like supporting on vocals. I'm not doing anything fancy or anything like that. So I'm just looking forward just to being able to be with people, worship with people. But anyways, you didn't come here for me to talk about that, but I was like, might as well. I need to film anyways. I'm going somewhere. I mean, I don't need to wear makeup before the Lord. That was actually a whole thing between me and God for a little while. Was like, should I wear makeup to church? But I think it's become something where it's like, as long as I'm not thinking about it, like I think it's part of me getting ready just to leave the house, but as long as it's not part of like a mask that I put before the Lord, or want people to look at me because of my makeup, like at church, like I don't want to be distracting people. As long as it's not that, then we should be okay. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on that. We'll keep moving, but let's do some primer first. I just took a shower. I don't know if I even got moisturizer on. Maybe a little bit, but let's just throw some primer on and just chit chat through a few things that's been going on. My condensed makeup palette is slowly falling apart. I don't even have the little divider here that I usually do. I'm also not bringing this out, so it's not like clinking around, but still haven't put in the new shadow that I put in here, even though it's an awesome shadow. And the primer just kind of sits in here and like it's a little bit sticky still, but I need to do a new one here. It's just been nice to like enjoy my makeup collection, I think, in a stationary spot. I think that's where I get the most joy out of my makeup collection, is really not traveling around, but like having everything in one spot. Like being home with my makeup collection is really enjoyable to me, I've realized. And yeah, like packing and traveling with my makeup is fun, but it's like I kind of forget to use it, to be honest. Other than I really have some dedicated time for it, but even then I like just want it to be minimal. So I'm learning more about that part of myself. Like home and my makeup collection is very synonymous with each other, and not so much like, oh, I need to put on makeup to like function, Which the next thing I put on is my cream blush, which is just this lipstick stick that I put together. And then I usually, actually, before I blend it out, I also throw on my little tinted foundation cocktail here. Usually do just like 1 dab of that and 2 pumps of sunscreen. This cap is not going to stay on, that's fine. I do a little mix with my fingers here just to kind of incorporate them, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. And then pull up my sponge again. And I start spreading the sunscreen all over my face. I know this is probably not like the most protection I could get from sunscreen, especially with like the sponge soaking it up. I did wet the sponge, but I think I'm only going to be out for like outside for a very short amount of time, so I'm not super worried about it. So after I get this applied to most of my face, that's where I kind of blend out the blush, because there's already some like coverage product on my sponge now and can kind of further like not make the blush look crazy. So that helps. I think just all the keeping it moisturized and keeping it kind of movable definitely helps with shearing everything out. And as potent as it was, not so potent now. All right, I'm gonna throw on some, my lips are feeling really dry. Let me put on a little bit of my lip pencil first. This is Whirl. It's getting short, isn't it? It's shorter than my hand. I don't know what I should use to measure it. When I open it, maybe it's like my middle finger? No, a little longer. But I just recently sharpened it, so it's good for now. Is it getting wiggly? No, it's just me. My other one is getting wiggly, so. Okay, I think one of the reasons why I wanted to do this Get Ready With Me, I think this might be my last application of my Joker product in my deck of panning, this olive shade of a MAC eyeliner. It's called Serial Monogamist. I actually really love olives. I've come to realize I have several shades of olive. This is one of them. I have an eyeshadow and another eyeshadow that are in olive shades, and I love all of them. And what I like to do with this is I actually like to put this in the outer corner. It's one of the ways that I have actually gotten a just quick use out of this, is just to apply it, like smudge it all over, which I know looks like a lot for the way I usually use makeup, but this is the last use, I think. Yeah, it's starting to like get really sticky. I think it's pretty much there, and I can't crank it up anymore. I think it's actually loose in the packaging. Yeah, like I scrolled it all the way down and it's still stuck on the top. I think if I pushed it down, it would probably keep going down. I just can't tap it out though, so I'm just gonna call it done. I'm done. I'm so done. So yay, live finish there. Then I take my paint pot, which is a mix of stuff right now. But I actually take the tip of my sponge here and I just kind of go at it. I'm a little heavy-handed with it, honestly, because I'm ready to see this paint pot be gone. I don't need it like gone right away, but I just don't want it to last like that long, so I'm not like stingy with it, you know? And then I just use the kind of, like, it does set, but not completely, and then having the extra color go on top definitely helps that to spread out a little bit more, so, and makes it look just a little bit more natural. I'm just checking in my mirror that's behind the camera here. So, that's the eye primer. I have a bracelet that's on the counter, so I'm sorry if you hear that. Let me move that. From here, let's do the, what should we do? This is one of the reasons why I'm like, just reaching for things is kind of tough for me. Okay, so, whoa, wow, this totally fell out of my hand. Let me actually do eyeshadow. Ooh, let me show you this. What should I do? I'll do a little bit of both. Still loving the gem eyeshadow here. I'm gonna take it on a fluffy brush and just go for it. It's like just subtle enough and just bright enough where it pops, but not like super in your face. And then this shade right here is kind of an olive tone, but I've mixed it with this just to make it more wearable. And I'm pretty heavy-handed. I used to have that like little container I tap things out in, but lately I've just been going back to the back of my hand just to kind of get a lot of excess off. And it still looks really heavy, probably because I went in pretty heavy for just that. And then just to blend it out, I actually pressed a pan of my loose powder in here. So just take that on a fluffy brush. Actually, I kind of think I'm supposed to be a highlighter brush. I basically just buff everything out. It still looks like I have almost nothing on my eyes because that's just how I like my eyeshadow. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And then sometimes I've been actually going into this palette and popping on the gold eyeshadow, and sometimes I even mix it with this pink one, kind of make a pinky tone, which I love. I mean, you know, at this point, I love pinky tone eyeshadows. And so that pops on there. And then I haven't figured out exactly the best way to use this. I think I'm just going to go for all 4. And actually, no, maybe these 3 for kind of the contour blush. And then, again, back of hand. And just kind of going into this area as like a bronzer, brush, blush, blush, I don't know anymore, blonzer situation. So get that on there. Ooh. And then, so I think that's about that. So I've been really just kind of dipping for everything. And then the other, I might tap on a bit of this one. This is a YSL eyeshadow. I bought this from Glam, but I think it came in like a mystery bag, to be honest. I did not choose it. But it has this really pretty olive tone. And yesterday I swatched it. This is probably not a very good indicator of the true color because my wrist is 2 tones right now. So that's that olive swatch. This is my Franken shadow swatch. So this like dark one that's like kicking around in there. That's right here. I feel like it's even a little bit richer than the YSL one. The YSL one pulls more green, if you can tell. They're both like still really, really pretty, like olive cool toned brown shades. And then I don't know if I can get a swatch out of this olive one, just to have them all as one family. I don't know, it'd be tough. Oh, barely sneaking a swatch out of it. It's so dark, it looks almost black. And I kind of smudge it out, but not gonna really work there, which is fine. So that's my little olive family, but I'm done with one. So that's a big deal. So I mean, like 2 olive shades is gonna be a lot to work through. But I'm just gonna take a little bit on a finger here and just get a little bit more out there. Okay, I feel like that just deepened it just enough. I probably still look crazy in the monitor. Let me wipe off the edge here. It might have been from either my shower before or something, but yeah, feeling kind of dark under the eyes, but maybe that's just the lighting or something. Who knows? I just hope that putting on a little bit of mascara will balance things out. So sanitize the eyelash curler, wipe it off. And then curl the eyelashes. So recently, I actually almost bought something. What was I almost about to buy? I was looking at SPF lip stuff because I did sunburn my lips this summer already, and I am now doing my best to prevent that. And I'm like, what's the difference between like a sunscreen stick versus like a sunscreen lip product? There's like so much more product in a stick, and I can use it all over my body. I can't do the mineral sunscreen lip balms. Oh my goodness, I had one of those and it didn't look right. And so I was just looking at like a clear balm, and I'm like, oh, there's sunscreen sticks that are like a clear sunscreen. So I'll just get one of those, stick it in my purse, use it for both my lips and my body, and it's been working out okay. I was really hesitant at first. I almost returned it and got like a dedicated sunscreen lip product, which Revlon actually makes one and does not advertise it that way. And then I almost got like something else with it too, and I can't remember exactly what it was, which is good because obviously I walked out there and like forgot about it. I was like, why was I so obsessed with it? And funny enough, actually my kids will take the sunscreen stick and apply it on themselves. They think it's really cool and really novel. So I'm like, great, if I can get you guys to sunscreen, even better. Yeah, so that's kind of been how that's been going lately. I'm glad that worked out. I put a little bit of like a lip balm into one of these little mini containers, and I just have it like kicking in my makeup area here. So I'm just gonna apply that with my fingers. It's very brown. Squeezing it into here was not a very pleasant experience, just if you can imagine what I'm thinking about. And then because it's a little dark, I am going to pull try this one. I'm not sure, but this one's getting so melty. Looks okay. A little bit browner than I'm expecting this time of year, but that's fine. And then we'll just do some powder on top. I just recently did a mix. I topped this back up. It's actually quite a bulky mix. I put a lot of stuff in here, but I did pull in, if you saw my Pandos palettes and my update with my whole like declutter thing, I was really on the fence about, where's my big powder brush? Just like put it down, not put it back. I have a big body brush that I actually use as a powder brush too. And I was really, really torn about that like trio palette, face palette. That originally had like, I think it was sleek, and then I've like pressed other stuff in there and actually put some of the highlight in here. So now it actually is like a subtly highlight face powder, and it's actually really nice. So I'm really not mad with how it turned out. Yeah, I think I'll just keep doing that for a little while and see how far I can get before the end of the year. And my time with that palette is going to probably come to an end at that point. But it'll be nice to see a little bit more of that bronzer gone, a little bit more of that highlight gone. The blush is just probably gonna be a blush. Okay, let's go ahead and spray that down. I've just been using my toner to spray things down lightly because I don't see a huge difference. I know other people want longevity and whatnot, but I'm just going for a look by the end of my makeup session, like now, and I think I've got that look. And then I just like walk out the door and just let my makeup do the thing. So usually like I put on a sheer enough layer that it just kind of wears off. And my mascara's actually been great. I've been using mascara fixer, so that's been really nice. Okay, let's see what has officially been moving and grooving in my makeup collection. So I told you about the sunscreen stick already. I think that was the latest purchase. I don't know. I think I've still just been in the season of decluttering, so that's felt nice. So I have a little bag of declutters here. Like some of it's from the like palette stuff. Like I put all the loose things in here, the pans that I decluttered and palettes and stuff like that. There were still a few things kicking in here that had finished up. So there's this whole bag. I need to either get this to a recycle center or figure out something else. I don't know why I just keep it hanging on to it, but this is my bag of declutters right now, and more will join it. I finished up a moisturizer. It's like a peppermint one. I don't know why people put peppermint oil into beauty products. I also got the Trader Joe's shampoo. They call it tea tree, but I think it's peppermint. And because once it gets to my eyes, I'm like, that is peppermint. That is not, doesn't seem like tea tree. But anyways, I mean, washing my hair fine, but just like when it gets in my face, I'm like, I don't want that. But yeah, they call it cooling, but I'm like, I don't need cooling if it's just gonna irritate my skin. So this has been demoted to body. Yeah. Body moisturizer. Like I mixed it in with other stuff, so it's not super potent, but yeah, squirted it all out, and that was kind of annoying too, actually. I think I ended up going with the spatula, and I still couldn't get everything out, just like the opening was not going to do so tough. So that is also going to go into the trash pile. It's not going in. Used up a sponge, so that's going, and then you know, I broke out my new one, so that one's in now. And then I saw this packaging clicking. I think I mentioned this already in another video. I don't know why it's in here, but yeah, this is gonna go. I mean, it's nice MAC packaging, but if it's gonna get wiggly like that, no thanks. And then this one's gonna join it soon, but I need to feature it in my deck of panning first. So yeah, that's kind of been the main things in my makeup collection. I mean, I don't really have that much more to mention. It's been, I did finish up a serum and finally got to break out this 2-ouncer. So like, I'm like slowly seeing progress. I can actually see progress through here. So I think I'm right about at the line right there. And I'm like, it's kind of going through it faster than I thought. So we'll see how that goes. It's 2 ounces of serum. And then otherwise, like I mentioned, just kind of like playing around with different things, like not going super outside of like the few products I have in front of me, but it's been nice to kind of be working through those things. So not a ton to mention. And yeah, so I'm going to film a few more videos now, but I hope that you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me and just kind of a quick update on what's going on in my collection. And I will see you in the next video.